welcome to a new series here on my YouTube yoga channel. My name is Molly, I'm your yoga teacher. We're going to be doing 4 different classes of yoga for tightness. So yoga for tight, XYZ, insert body part. These classes will be a little shorter. My aim is 30 to 45 minutes a piece. The first class will be about hips and glutes. The second class will be about back and hamstrings. The third class will be about your side and your center body. And then the fourth class will be about your neck, chest, shoulder region. So my goal is for you to do them all, but also just be able to pick and choose based on what your body is feeling. There'll be a mixture of yoga and some functional range conditioning, so some really intentional joint mobility in an active manner, and also some fascial work, so some dynamic kind of ballistic movement. So little interesting little combo, should be fun. The combination of things should, my goal is to help you feel a lot more open and loose and less tight. So grab your mat. I don't think you'll need any props unless you know you're really tight and blocks help you, but should be just fine with a mat. So grab that and we'll get started. So today we're going to begin in a quadruped position, tabletop. Hands and knees, all fours, whatever you want to call it. And we'll work through some hip cars, controlled articular rotations first. And what this means is I want you to root through the index and thumb sides of your hands, stretch your spine long, and then keep it there. So we're not going to be doing cat-cow through our spine, we're just isolating the movement through the hip joint itself. So let's start with the left leg. Tuck your actually we'll start with the right leg. So tuck your left toes under or plant onto the top of your foot, whatever keeps you more stable. You're gonna pull your right knee in towards your chest. It might not go very far. You're really activating your hip flexors here. And then bring your knee out to the side, your right knee out and up, engaging your glutes. Now you're gonna bring that leg behind you and then rotate so that your heel is facing the ceiling, your knee is facing down, and then bring that knee back to the mat. And we'll reverse the order. So press your heel up to the ceiling, spine stays nice and still. Shift your heel out to the side, internally rotating, and then now turn your heel down, your knee up to externally rotate and bring your knee up towards your right armpit. Shift it to center, knee to chest. And release it down. And we'll do that again on that right side. So pull knee into chest, keep spine straight. Bring right knee out to the side. Sweep it behind you until you reach your end point, then start to internally rotate. So your knee turns in, your heel turns out. And then bring knee to mat. Reverse the order, heel punches up towards the sky. Whole leg moves out to the side until you find your end point, then externally rotate. So bring heel in, knee out, up towards your armpit. Pull it to center and release it down. It's a lot of work. It might be different than anything you've ever done before. These movements look so simple, and they are, but they're so hard. So if you're struggling, I'm right there with you. You might be right here to begin with. Okay, and then eventually you start to increase that range of motion. So let's do 2 on our left leg. So switch whatever foot is grounded into the mat, and then pull your left knee in towards your chest. Keep your spine right where it is. Pull your left knee out towards your armpit, abducting, engaging your left outer glute. It should be talking to you. And then roll that left knee out and behind you, internally rotating. So your knee starts to point in, your heel towards the ceiling. Find yourself in this extended hip posture, and then release your knee to the mat. Then punch your heel up towards the wall. Slide your whole leg out to the side in internal rotation until you meet your blocking point. Then roll your heel in, your knee out, up towards your left armpit. Left knee into chest, and release it down. Shake it out. We'll do one more on that side. Deep breath in. Deep breath out, stabilize. Pull left knee into chest. Left knee out to the side, engage your glute. Roll it back behind you as you internally rotate. heel to the sky. Stay in this extended posture, and then release left knee to the mat. Punch your left heel back, extend your hips, slide your heel out to the side, then rotate it in as your knee comes out to your left armpit, left knee to chest, and then release. Rock back, hips to heels, shake it out, whatever you need to do. And then we'll do a little half one. So bring your right heel up towards the sky, rotate that hip around, and then cross your right leg in front of your left. So your knees are crossed here, and we're just gonna shift back into a child's pose position. It might feel a little awkward, it's okay. You'll feel this on both sides, but especially the left outer glute. Take about 10, 15 rocks here. Good. And then uncross your legs, bring your right knee into your chest, swing it around, and diagonally back behind you, so to the left back corner of your mat. Your left knee is bent, your right leg is straight, and we're just gonna rock here. You might need to walk your hands out wider or in front of you. Again, just stretching into that left glute. Couple more. Good. Come back to tabletop. I know your glutes are talking, and they probably will for a lot of this class, but sometimes that's what you need. Root through your left or your right leg. Bring left knee back behind you, heel to sky. Curl it around, and then cross your left leg in front of your right into this cross-legged child's pose tabletop rocks. Do about 10 or 15. Taking whatever angle or intensity you need to feel a stretch on the outside of your right glute. Couple more. Good, and then uncross your leg. Send that left knee back behind you to the right diagonally. So your right knee is bent, your left knee is straight. Walk your hands out a little bit and then rock. Couple more. Again, find whatever angle or intensity or range of motion you need. Everyone's a little bit different. Good. Come back to tabletop. And then sit onto one hip. Let's sit onto our right hip to begin with in deer pose. So turn to face the top of your mat. Your knees are flexed more than usual. Your feet are curled in towards your body. And we're just gonna go from side to side. So inhale, rotate your chest over your right leg. Exhale, come back to center. Switch your knees so they're both facing up, and then they drop to the left. Inhale, left chest reaches over left knee. Exhale, curl knees to center. Roll to the other hip, your right hip, and drop your knees to the right. Inhale, big breath. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, big breath, twist over to the left. And exhale, back to center. If you need, you can use your hands behind you for support. That's totally a great option to begin with. And just using them to frame your knee on each side. Lean back a little bit, but if you're able, try to do it without your hands. So we're back over to the left side, big inhale. And then exhale, knees to center, drop them over to the right. This time, find a 90-90 position. So untuck your feet from your thighs. Your knees and your hips and your ankles are all flexed to about 90 degrees. It's not gonna be perfect, but that's okay. And then this time we're gonna inhale, rise up into this shin box position. So you're pushing into the tops of your shins and your knees. You're driving your hips forwards. Okay, exhale, lower back down. And switch sides. Inhale, rise up, drive your hips forward over to the left. And lower back down. Switch your knees, go to the other side. Inhale, drive them forward. Exhale, lower back down, controlling with your muscles or your hands if you need. And then we'll do one on the other side. Drive your hips forward, engage through your glutes, and back down. Good, have those knees facing the left side. We're gonna do a forward fold over your right knee. Inhale, lift up. Push through your fingertips. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold down. 2 more with your breath. One more breath in. One more breath out, fold. And then right where you are, find your 90-90 position again, or your deer, or a combination of the two, whatever angle feels okay for you. Preferably more at that 90-degree bend. And then we're gonna work into some joint capsule mobility. So I want you to press your right knee into the mat. Act as if you could lift your right inner ankle up to the sky. I know it's not gonna lift unless you're amazing, but just make that intention, create that motion in your mind. So pressing your right knee down, pretending you could lift your right ankle off the mat. This is working in a ton of active external rotation. This stuff isn't necessarily fun and it can be really, really tough, but it's good for you. Good, and relax. Maybe you can inch your hands further over to the right or in front of you and try again here. So push right knee into mat, lift right ankle from the ground. Hold for about 10 seconds. A few more breaths. Stick with it, lift your right ankle, and then relax. Good. Now we'll pay attention to that back leg. So this time I want you, this actually will work. You're gonna push into your left inner seam of your foot and just reach your left knee up. And we'll just kind of floss here, moving into some external rotation. Do about 5 or 10, bringing your left knee up and then back down to the mat. Your left glute will be talking, like I said. Good. And then plant your left knee down into the mat. Nice upright posture. This time, push your left knee down and lift your left ankle from the mat. Your trunk, your spine shouldn't move. This is actively doing internal rotation of the left hip. Hold for about 10 seconds. Lift your outer left ankle a little bit higher. Good, and release down. We're gonna switch sides, bring those knees over to the left. Find your deer pose, and we're just gonna forward fold over your left leg. Inhale, rise up. We're gonna do 5 of them. Exhale, fold down. Use your breath to soften. Inhale for 3. Exhale, release down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, fold. Okay. All right, come into that 90-90 shape if you can, or any variation of that. Make sure your trunk is nice and upright. We're gonna first start with that front leg. So I want you to push the outer left knee into the mat and pretend you could lift your inner left ankle up to the sky. It might not move, it might feel different than the other side. Give it a good effort for about 7 more seconds. Pretend you could lift your left ankle up. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Maybe you walk your hands over and to the left and forward a little more. Create your stable shape with your spine. Breathe in, and then exhale, push left knee down into the mat. Pretend you could lift your inner left ankle up to the sky. Even if it doesn't move, give it that intention. And breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now let's pay attention to that back leg. Shift around, shake it out if you need. So first we're gonna roll onto the inner right foot, lift your right leg up. Do about 5 or 10 of these. They're easier, but still don't let your trunk open up with it, okay? Keep your trunk in a nice stable spot and just rotate at the hip. Do about 3 more. Good, and then press your right knee down into the mat, lift your right ankle off. Internal rotation here, really active. One side might be harder than the other. I think this one's harder for me. Breathe for 6, 5, a little higher, press your knee more. 3, 2, 1, release. Good job, stretch your legs straight. You kind of tap your outer hips, give yourself a massage. And then we're gonna come into Gomukhasana, cow face pose. So left leg is on bottom, right leg is on top. You're stacking your knees on top of each other. Try to have both sit bones grounded. And then send weight into the blade edge of your foot. We're gonna do something a little fun and active. So this should do some passive stretching through your glutes right now, but then we're gonna activate them by standing up. So take a deep breath in. Exhale, push through your outer feet, stand up, and then twist your body over to the left, back behind you, to the right side of the mat, and then back down. So we land slowly, and our opposite leg is on top. So now your left knee should be stacked on top of your right. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, push through your outer feet, stand up. Body goes all the way to the right and behind you, pivoting onto the balls of your feet. Engage, send weight through the outer blade edge, and then lower back down into Gomukhasana. Okay, take any adjustments that you need. Let's do 1 or 2 more in each direction. Inhale. Exhale, push and rise. Rotate over to the left. Twist, 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 rotate. Come back to face front. Lower down slowly so left knee is stacked on top of right. Good, deep breath in. Deep breath out, push through your outer feet. Rise up. Rotate, rotate. And then lower down slowly so right knee is stacked on top of left. Good job. Take a deep breath. I know this is a lot more active than maybe yoga would expect, but I promise we'll get into some flow after this one more exercise. So let's find fire log pose. Stack your right shin on top of your left. Ankles are flexed to 90 degrees. You always have the option to place a prop underneath your right knee. This is a tough pose for a lot of people. Root through both sit bones. Place your hands behind you and just create gentle pulsing motions. So pressing your right knee down towards your left ankle. Once you get about 10 or 15, take a deep breath in. Deep breath out, fold forward, walk your hands to the front of your mat. Find your limit, find your stretch that allows you to sit into it without letting your body spaz and tighten up, because that's the opposite effect. So if that means you're sitting upright, if that even means you're leaning back a little bit, find what option works for you. And breathe for 5 more breaths. Good, inhale, rise up. Exhale, lean back, switch the cross of your legs. So left shin is stacked on top of right shin, left ankle on right knee. Flex through both ankles, ground both sit bones down. Take a breath, just find your shape. You might even feel this in your low back a little bit. And then start to pulse your left knee down towards your right ankle. Just keep in mind, everyone's hip anatomy is totally different, just based on how we were made and born, but also the habits we've had, the sports we've played, the injuries we've sustained. So some people can totally flatten knee to ankle without any issue, and other people were all the way up here. So let's just work on what we can together. Take a deep breath in, and then exhale, fold. Walk your hands forward a little bit if you can. Three more breaths. Scoop your sit bones back behind you. Reach your chest forward. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Good. Rise back up, uncross your legs. Again, stretch them long. Give your glutes a little massage. And then find your way into downward facing dog. We're gonna move through a little flow here. We'll do it slowly the first time and then move one breath per movement. First of all, just find a few breaths to move into some animalistic shapes in your down dog. Walk it out or do barrel rolls through your chest, whatever feels good. You might hear a few clicks or pops. Good. Now find a still shape. Bend your knees plenty to keep your spine long and press firm through your index and thumb fingers. Roll your biceps up to the sky. Spine is long, gaze is between your toes. On your next inhale, three-legged dog, reach your right heel high. On your exhale, bend your knee, open your hip. Keep your right shoulder squared to the mat. Inhale, lift your right kneecap a little higher to the sky. And then exhale, pull right knee in towards right elbow. Inhale, cross your right ankle over your left knee, figure four, down dog. Let's stay in an extra breath this first round. Energetically pull your right knee down to the back corner of your mat. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Breathe in again. Exhale, pull right knee to right elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog, send your right leg high. Exhale, bend your knee, open your hip, flip your dog over into wilding. Press your hip points to the sky. Breathe in. Breathe out, land your right hand to the mat. Pull right elbow into right knee. And then send your right leg long out to the left side for fallen triangle. Swivel your left heel down, inhale, reach your left arm high. And then exhale, plant your left hand. Keep your feet where they are, but lower your right hip to the mat. This is a major stretch throughout your IT band area. Face your chest forwards. This is a big one. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale again. Exhale, push through your palms. Lift your leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, plant your right foot right by your right thumb. Firm through your right foot. Inhale, lift up into stork pose, left knee to chest. Exhale, cross left foot over right knee, standing pigeon or figure four. Again, we'll do this quicker in future rounds, but let's take an extra breath here. Inhale, reach your chest forwards. And exhale, sit your hips lower to the mat. Good work. Inhale, rise up. Left knee to chest, and we're going to do that standing. We're going to do that hip car, the rotation, but we're going to do it in standing. So use a wall if you need. Left knee to chest. Bring it out to the side. Keep your belly button facing forward. Curl that heel behind you. And then pull left knee in to meet right. We'll do the opposite direction. So punch your left heel into the wall. Roll it out to the side. Then start to externally rotate. So pull your knee out, your heel in. Left knee to chest. And then we cross it and sit into our pigeon again. Good. Inhale, rise. Hang onto your left knee with your left hand, pulling it out to the side. So kind of a Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana, that's so hard to say, version 2, where you're like this, but we're going to do it with a bent knee and holding onto it. So pull your left knee out to the side. Breathe in and breathe out, hold it right where it is. Good, I'm gonna face the front of my mat again, stay for one more breath. And then exhale, pretend you have a hurdle. You're gonna move to a half moon. So stretch your left leg behind you, use a block under the right hand if you need. Open your left hand to the sky, half moon. Breathe in. Breathe out. Plant your hands. Pivot all 10 toes to face the right edge of your mat and lower down into reverse Skandasana. Give it a little break. Good. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, lift your right arm overhead, lift your hips from the mat. And exhale, plant your hands, step back. Downward facing dog, and we'll do the other side. So three-legged dog, inhale, reach your left heel high. Exhale, bend your knee, open your hip, keep your shoulders square to the mat. Inhale, reach your left kneecap a little higher. And exhale, pull left knee to left elbow. Inhale, cross left ankle over right knee, figure four, down dog. Bend into your right knee as much as you need to create a stretch. Breathe out. Stay for one more inhale. Exhale, pull left knee into left elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog, reach your left leg high, bend your knee, open your hip, and then flip it over into a wild thing. Left toes lay behind you, hips drive up to the sky. Stay for one more inhale. Exhale, roll back to the mat, pull left knee into chest, and then send it out to the right for fallen triangle. Swivel your right heel down. Inhale, reach right arm up to sky. Exhale, keep your feet where they are. Plant right hand, plant outer left hip to the mat. Woo, and breathe. Inhale, reach your chest forwards. Exhale, soften. Good, one more breath in. Exhale, press through your palms, pull left knee into chest. Inhale, three-legged dog, reach your left leg high. Exhale, plant your left foot by your left thumb. Root into that foot, inhale, rise up, stork pose, right knee to chest. And exhale, cross your right ankle over your left knee, sit into your standing pigeon. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in, stand up, straighten, pull right knee to chest. And then breathe out, do that standing rotation. So pull right knee out to the side, rotate it, press your right heel back behind you, and then release right knee to meet left. Reverse the order, punch your heel back, roll your ankle out to the side, and then rotate so knee faces up, ankle curls in, knee to chest, and then cross it over, sit in to your standing pigeon, figure four. Good, inhale, rise up, pull left or right knee out to right armpit with right hand. Take a deep breath in, and exhale, release your hand, keep your leg right where it is. Inhale, stay, and then exhale, move into half moon. So hurdle your right leg over that object, left fingertip to the mat or block, right hand up to the sky. Engage your outer right glute to lift that leg a little higher. Breathe in. Breathe out, plant both hands, land your right foot, all 10 toes pivot to face the left. Reverse Skandasana. Give your legs, give your arm a little break, a little more of a passive stretch here. Good, on your next inhale, lift your hips from the mat, lift your left arm overhead, and exhale, plant your hand downward, facing dog. Now we'll move through that a little more quickly. From downward facing dog, inhale, reach your right leg high. Exhale, bend your knee, open your hip. Inhale, lift a little higher, square your shoulders. Exhale, pull right knee into right elbow. Inhale, cross your right ankle over left knee, figure four, down dog. Exhale, right elbow to right knee. Inhale, three-legged dog, flip it over, wild thing, press your hips to the sky. And exhale, right knee into right elbow. Inhale, send your left leg or right leg out long to the left, ball and triangle, reach your left hand up. And exhale, sit everything to the mat, outer IT band stretch. Inhale, lift your chest forwards. Exhale, press through your palms, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog, reach your right heel high. Exhale, plant right hand by right thumb. Inhale, rise up, stork pose, left knee to chest. Exhale, cross it over your right knee, standing pigeon. Inhale, rise up, knee to chest. Exhale, rotate that knee out to the side and behind you. Inhale, rotate it back and over to the side to the front again. Exhale, sit into your standing pigeon. Inhale, stand up, left hand, grasp left knee, pull it out. Exhale, release, stay where you are. Inhale, hurdle over that object with your left foot. Find your half moon. And exhale, plant your hands. All 10 toes pivot over to the right, reverse Skandasana. Inhale, lift everything up. And exhale, plant your right hand, step your right leg back. Downward facing dog. Walk it out briefly, you'll do the other side. Inhale, three-legged dog, reach your left heel up. Exhale, bend your knee, open your hip. Inhale, reach that knee a little higher. And exhale, pull left elbow to left knee, vice versa. Inhale, cross left ankle over right knee, figure four down dog. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, flip your dog over, left toes laying behind you, wild thing, drive your hips to the sky. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, send your left leg long to the right, swivel right heel down, reach, right arm high, fall in triangle. Exhale, plant right hand, plant outer left glute to the mat. Inhale, reach your chest forwards. Exhale, push through your palms, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog, reach it high. Exhale, land your left foot by your left thumb. Inhale, stand up into your left leg, right knee to chest, stork pose. Exhale, figure four, cross right ankle over left knee. Inhale, rise up, right knee to chest. Exhale, circle that leg behind you. Do your rotation. Opposite, inhale, punch your right heel back. And exhale, swing it around until you sit into your standing pigeon again. Inhale, right knee into right hand, pull it out to the side. Exhale, release your hand, keep your leg right where it is. Inhale, hurdle over that object. Find your half moon stretch, right arm to the sky. And exhale, plant your hands, all 10 toes to the left, reverse Skandasana. Inhale, reach your arm overhead. And exhale, plant your left hand downward, facing dog. We'll do one more on each side. Take another breath. Inhale, three-legged dog. Reach your right heel high. Exhale, bend your knee, open your hip. Inhale, lift right knee a little higher. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Cross right ankle over left knee. Inhale, figure four, down dog. Exhale, send forward to plank again. Inhale, flip your dog over, right leg lands behind you, wild thing, drive your hips high. And exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, fall in triangle. Reach your left arm high. And exhale, land your hip, land your left hand. Inhale, lift your chest a little bit. Exhale, plant through your hands, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog, lift your right heel high. Exhale, plant your foot by your right thumb. Stand into your right foot, inhale, stork pose, left knee lifts. Exhale, cross left leg over right knee. Inhale, left knee to chest. Exhale, circle around back behind you, standing car. Inhale, punch your left heel behind you. Exhale, swing it around, sit back into your standing pigeon. Inhale, stand up, left knee into left hand, roll it out to the side. Exhale, keep your knee where it is, release your hand. Inhale, hurdle it over the object, move into your half moon. And exhale, plant your hands, all 10 toes face the right, reverse Skandasana. Inhale, reach right arm high, lift hips. And exhale, plant your hands, downward facing dog. Nice work. One more time with the left leg. And then we'll slow things down a little bit. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend left knee, open hip. Square your shoulders. Inhale, reach that kneecap a little higher. Exhale, pull left knee into chest. Inhale, figure four, down dog. Exhale, roll forward to your plank. Inhale, flip it over, wild thing, hips drive to the sky. Exhale, left elbow, left knee. Inhale, wild thing, plant left foot, reach right arm high. Fallen triangle, I think I said wild thing. Exhale, lower down to the mat. Inhale, lift your chest forwards. Exhale, press your palms left knee to left elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, plant your foot forward. Root into that foot. Inhale, rise up, stork pose, right knee to chest. And exhale, sit into your standing pigeon. Inhale, stand up again, right knee to chest. Exhale, roll into your rotation, send that leg behind you. Keep your pelvis stable. Inhale, lift it back and around. Exhale, sit into your standing pigeon. Inhale, right knee into right hand, pull it out to the side. Exhale, keep your leg where it is, let go with your hand. Inhale, hurdle over that object, move into half moon, open up to the right. Exhale, plant both hands, all 10 toes face the left, reverse Skandasana, lower down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Walk it out a little bit. And whenever you're ready, just slowly walk your feet to the top of your mat. Find Malasana, yogi squat. And just sway from side to side. If this is a lot for you, stack some blocks or pillows underneath your hips, or just sit into an active squat. Just move into what your body is capable of right now. Hopefully a little more than it was 30 minutes ago. Good, find a stable Malasana yogi squat. And just close your eyes down. And start to slow your breath. Open your eyes. Now, can you roll your knees away from your elbows? So we're really engaging through our glutes, externally rotating. So keep your arms where they are. Try to lift your knees off your elbows. I know I said we were going to slow down. We're going to do a couple more active things. And hold here. Spine is long. Crown of the head lifts. Good. Drop your right knee to the mat. Turn over to the left slightly. Inhale, back up to your squat. Exhale, turn to the right, left knee drops. Back to yogi squat, plant your hands, downward facing dog. Now easily just step your right foot on the outside of your right hand. We're moving into lizard pose. Drop your left knee. And then option to place a block or bolster underneath your elbows. If this is enough for you, that's great. We're going to spend a few breaths here with the toes pointing straight. Think about sinking your hips towards the mat, staying long through your spine. Sending breath into the right groin and inner thigh, in front of your left thigh. Now roll onto the blade edge of your right foot, point your toes out and heel in slightly. And take this variation where you just let your right knee collapse out to the side. You might find that you're able to lower down onto your forearms in this position or onto a block. And take about 10 breaths here. Two more breaths. Good. Slowly start to walk back onto your hands. And then just heel toe wiggle your right foot all the way behind your left wrist, moving towards pigeon pose. Drop your right knee behind your right wrist. Option to keep the shin parallel and the right ankle flexed. More upright posture here. This will definitely stretch into your hips more as opposed to pointing your toes, having your shin at an angle and folding down. That's not really stretching into the hips too much. So I prefer for us to take this more perpendicular option and stack something underneath your right hip if you need. Or maybe we'll be nice and we'll do both. Let's spend about 5-7 breaths in this more active upright shape. Roll left hip forward, right hip back, lift your chest. And then exhale. Now you can find whatever easeful forward fold you want to. Let your body hang heavy, sit heavy, drop heavy. Good. On your next breath, rise back up. And then we'll just switch sides. So send your right leg long. Move into lizard pose. Bring your left foot on the outside of your left hand. Drop your right knee to the mat if it isn't already. And then stick with your left toes facing forward to begin with. Reach your chest forward. Keep your spine long. Sink your hips to the mat. Now turn your toes out, your heels in, roll onto the blade edge of that foot and let your left knee move out to the side. Drop down onto your forearms if you wish. Good, rise back up. Press your palms heel toe and wiggle your left foot over to the right edge of the mat. So left ankle lands behind right hand and left knee behind left hand. Take your active pigeon pose, trying to stay flexed through your ankle, parallel your shin to the top of the mat, and stay nice and upright for a few breaths. Roll your right hip down towards the mat. find that one side's a little more open than the other. That's why we work on both individually and together. 2 more breaths. Inhale. And then exhale, take whatever fold. If you need to point your toes and bring your shin in closer, that's fine. Slow, intentional breathing here. Start to incorporate some belly breathing, letting the inhales expand your belly like a balloon. Exhale, draw navel to spine. One more breath here. On your exhale, push through your palms, rise up. We're going to move into frog pose. So if you need pillows to cushion underneath your knees, grab that. Otherwise, we will fold up our mat so that it's extra thick. So just roll the edge over on itself twice or as many times as you need. And then same thing on this side. Okay, your knees are going to come to the very tops of your mat. And then your ankles are at the very bottom. Your knees and your ankles are flexed at 90 degrees. Palms are in front of you, and just gently rock back. This is a very intense stretch, and this is one that definitely depends on people's actual bony hip alignment. You're not going to change bones sometimes, so just don't force this, but ease into it. Gentle rocking motions with that slow breath. Once you found a semi-comfortable spot, we're going to do one more active lift off. So press down into your knees and lift your ankles from the mat and move into that internal rotation. Press for about 10 seconds, knees down, outer ankles up to the sky. Keep your pelvis where it is. For 3, 2, 1, release down. And this time you might be able to lay your elbows, your body to the mat. If doing those sways still serves you, go ahead and stick with those. Let's take 3 more breaths. Okay, then rise back up. And then lay onto your back, straighten out your mat. One more lovely hip stretch and then we're finished. So lay down, your spine onto the mat. We're going to take Gomukhasana, but just in a supine variation. So that was where we had our knees stacked on top of each other. Let's cross our right leg on top of our left. And then use your hands, grab for the outer edges of your feet. And if that's a lot, you can use straps, or you can kind of hang out here in this cross-legged position. And then play around here. So pull your heels in towards your glutes, see what that feels like. And then parallel your shins. Bring your heels away from your glutes. Find an interesting spot that serves you right now. We'll spend several breaths. Two more breaths wherever you are. Good, release, and we'll switch sides. So cross left knee on top of right, stack them, and then reach your hands for the outsides of your feet. Again, pull glutes or heels into glutes, see what that feels like, and then parallel your shins. Kind of like you're flossing and just finding something that feels right for you. Option to always just plant your foot onto the mat and hang out here. Close your eyes and breathe into your stretch. Two more breaths. Big inhale, big exhale, release. Pull your knees to your chest, but then separate them out to the sides and just gently create little circles through your hips, going one direction and then the other. And then roll up into a seated pose, or option to stay right where you are. That's the end of our class today. We'll take one more intentional breath together. Close your eyes, place your hands on your knees. Breathe in, lift the crown of your head high. Exhale, release. Hands at heart center. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. And together we say, Namaste. So your hips, your glutes should be feeling like they worked, but also like they're intentionally loosened. Loosened is a tricky word, but I feel like it gets the connotation across. I hope you're feeling a lot more mobile and actually strong, because we did a lot of stability and active mobility through your hips as well. If you liked it, please like it and subscribe. We're gonna do 3 more classes similar to this, where it's just a mixture of some PT stuff, some functional range conditioning, some yoga, a little bit of everything. So yeah, I look forward to seeing you guys next time.